Okay, girls, do you want to help me make a video?
Yeah.
Mina, you want to help me make a video?
I can't do this.
You can't do this.
I should say yes.
Yeah, you're going to say yes. All right, go over there and get those balls for me and throw them to me. Awesome. Ah. Awfully good. So in today's video, we're going to learn about awful. Hey guys, welcome back. In today's video, we're going to be discussing the differences between awesome, awfully, and awful. But before we begin, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so already. Feel free to comment and show some love below. I answer all my comments. Also, share the video if you know anybody who is looking to learn English. Smash that like button if you find this video useful. All my links to my social media are below. Something interesting happened to me the other day when I was answering a comment. And by the way, you guys have been showing me a lot of love in the comment section. Thank you very much. Now take a look at this comment here. Most of you won't know what it says, but I lived in Korea for 2 years, so I'm quite fluent in the language. I'm just kidding. I used Google Translate. Now once I found out what it said, I started to respond to this individual and I started typing this. But then I stopped and I thought, awfully. To a non-native speaker, this could be misconstrued as something different. It could be misconstrued as awful. And that is not the message I wanted to convey. I lived in Korea for 2 years and I ate a lot of Korean food. It is delicious. It's fantastic. So instead of saying awfully, I switched to very. Now, I don't want to have any misunderstandings between the people who comment on my videos. I don't want anything to be lost in translation, so to speak. There are many words in English that look similar and could be mistaken for one another. I thought I'd take this opportunity to explain the differences between awesome, awfully, and awful. Okay guys, let's jump right into the computer and we'll go over these. To have a strong feeling of amazement. So at the start of the video, when my daughters were throwing the ball around, I was in awe of how well my youngest daughter was able to throw that ball. She's very young and she was able to throw it right on the money, so it was very amazing. Some other examples. My daughter was in awe when the fireworks started to go off at the Canada Day celebration. So last Canada Day, we had some fireworks, we went to another city, we tried a different city this time, and they were absolutely amazing. It was spectacular. So my daughter was in awe because she'd never seen fireworks that good before. Quite frankly, I never saw fireworks that good before. So another example, on my wedding day, I stood in awe as I watched my beautiful bride walk down the aisle. Maybe some of you noticed in the background at the start of the video, a wedding photo. I was in awe when I first saw my wife in her wedding gown. She was beautiful. So that means I was amazed at how beautiful she was. Okay, and another good one is while watching the movie Endgame, great movie, I was in awe of the special effects. It was pretty darn good. Great movie. I was in amazement at how well they did the special effects. Okay, so I think we all understand what the meaning of awe is. It's to be amazed. So let's move on to the next one, which is awesome. Now you might hear a lot of English speakers use this word because it's a very popular word still today. Awesome, to be extremely impressed or to inspire great admiration. So let's use an example of my daughters throwing the balls again at the start of the video. I was able to catch the ball because it was an awesome throw. So I was extremely impressed of how my daughter threw the ball. It was an awesome throw. We had an awesome time at the AC/DC concert. So the concert that AC/DC put on was extremely impressive. So another good one is the Empire State Building is an awesome sight. So when you stand at the base of the Empire State Building and you look way up, it's an extremely impressive sight to see. So you could say that it's awesome. Extremely impressive. So moving on to the next one, Diane always volunteers at the homeless shelter. She's awesome. So in this case, this one inspires great admiration. So you admire Diane for doing the work that she does for the home. All right, so that's awesome. Let's move on to the next one. Awfully, which is the whole reason why I wanted to make this video in the first place. Awfully is mostly used to emphasize something. It can be used the same way you would use really or very or extremely. It can be used in a positive and a negative way. So for an example, when my daughters were throwing the ball at the start, my daughter was able to throw the ball awfully good today. So I could replace awfully with very and it would still work. My daughter was able to throw the ball very good today. I could say really. My daughter was able to throw the ball really good today. So awfully is just another way of saying really or very or extremely. I'm awfully glad that you are coming home for a visit. I'm really glad you're coming home for a visit. I'm very glad you're coming home for a visit. I'm extremely glad you're coming home for a visit. And here's an example, kind of like my comment. I think that all Korean food is awfully delicious. So if you don't know the usage of awfully, this could come off sounding as if you're telling them that Korean food is awful. It seems awfully silly to be fighting over toys. So it's very silly, it's really silly, it's extremely silly to be fighting over toys. And moving on to the last one, awful. Oof. My head still hurts. Awful is very bad or unpleasant, so my head getting hit was very unpleasant. That throw that hit me on the head was awful. Last night I heard the most awful sounds coming from the woods, so it was a very unpleasant sound. Like animals howling or animals fighting, not very pleasant to listen to. Especially when you're trying to sleep. And the next one, I feel awful for forgetting that your birthday party was last night. So I feel very bad. I feel unpleasant. Now the next one, in Canada we have something that's known as construction season, which is also called summer. Every summer the roads need to be fixed because of the winter. It's just something we have to live through. I'm sure there's construction everywhere, but in every country, but it's always bad all summer, everywhere in Canada. We have some of the worst roads, especially here in New Brunswick. The summer road construction was an awful nuisance to drive in. So it was very unpleasant. It was very bad to drive in them. So you gotta sit there and wait while they turn the signs slow or stop, and traffic is just backed up. So guys, I just want to make this quick video. I hope this clears things up. I want to make sure that nobody, if I ever use the word awfully in a comment or while I'm talking to you sometime in the chat on Facebook, I hope that you will go back and remember this video. Awfully emphasizes something. Really, very, extremely. It can all be used in place of those words. So, hope you enjoyed this. If you want to watch some more videos, you can check out these videos here, and I'll catch you over in the next video. Peace.